Okay, welcome back, and we're going to have our first YouTube demo video. What I'm going to explain today are the items that you'll be needing for our first 1241 competency. We're going to be mixing alginate, okay? A couple of things to know about alginate, and we will go into more detail into class, but of course we have regular set alginate, and I'll go through my notes here. Mixing time on the alginate is 60 seconds. Total working time is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Initial setting time is 2:30. Okay, that's about it. This one allows you more time. Of course, water plays a big part in it, so you want to use cold water because it slows down and gives you a little bit more working time. Remember, hot water will increase the setting. Then we have fast set, okay? The fast set mixing time is 45 seconds. Okay, so this one's 60, this one's 45. Total working time is 1 minute and 30 seconds. Initial setting time is 1 minute and 45 seconds. Okay, so just so you know about those two. The fast set is a pink color, and I don't know if you can see if I do this, but we'll find out. Okay, it's a pink color. Oh, well, it fell out too. So if you didn't see it before, now you'll see it because it fell out. It's a pretty pink. It's almost like a little cherry blossom, like your scrubs. So don't feel like the Lone Ranger. This regular set alginate is, it's a white color, okay? So you could tell the difference in regular and fast set, okay? This is the scoop that you will use when taking out your alginate, when dispensing. You always want to fluff your alginate before using, okay? And then when you open your canister, you're gonna open it off away from you. As you can see, the smoke, okay, not the smoke, but you know, the dust that's coming up, okay? So that's why it's important to wear a mask. You always, when you load it, you always want to tap on this to make sure that the alginate is going down and you're getting a full, complete scoop. The water veil that you'll be using is marked on here. 1 scoop of powder to 1 of water, 2 scoops of powder for 2 doses of water, 3 scoops of powder to 3 doses or units of water. Okay, and it's marked there. Again, normally the book will tell you to use for a quadrant tray, and these are quadrant trays. Okay, this is an anterior quadrant, upper and lower. This is a quadrant, okay? Over to the top, over to the bottom. It's when you don't, and then there's one for the other side. This is when you don't need a full one, okay? Now when you're using a quadrant, they tell you to use 1 scoop, okay? When you're using the lower mandibular tray, this is a disposable tray, okay? And you can see it has like a horseshoe, and that, the reason why it's open like that for a horseshoe is because you have the tongue, okay? They say to use 2 scoops, okay? But I will have you use 3 because you're gonna see with the extra scoop that you're gonna come back here and use it to utilize it for the tongue. Because this typodon here doesn't have a tongue, okay? And then the maxillary, okay? You see the palate here? The book tells you to use 3 scoops, and that's what you'll use, is 3 scoops, okay? All right, other things that you'll be needing, of course, you need your 2 plastic alginate bows, and these are the ones that we use for alginate. They're light colored, they're clear colors. The other ones that we have for the stone are an ugly kind of green one, okay? The spatula that we use for mixing alginate is this white one, okay? There are 2 other spatulas in the cabinets. There's this one and there's this one, okay? These we use for the stone, for the Jimson, and this we use for the alginate, okay? So make sure you use this one. It's a flexible plastic spatula, okay? Couple of other things. This is a cleaning lube spray that you would use to clean the bowls, okay, at the very end, to keep them clean, to preserve them, because over time they dry up and they crack, and then it keeps old things in there that come out in your fresh batch of alginate. Your silicone spray is used for your typodont. Okay, this is because our typodont doesn't have saliva, so we have to provide this. Okay, and what you would do is you would take your typodont and you would give it one spray in the trash. You don't want to make sure that you don't spray this on the ground, because you will be sliding. Someone could fall and have an accident. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tray adhesive. This is normally used when you're going to use a tray, a disposable tray. You spray it once, one quick spray again in the trash can so that you don't then stick to where you're going. You can use it, you don't have to use it. What these are called, these are perforated trays. So lots of times when you take the impressions, the material will ooze out, causing it to lock in once it's dry. So some people prefer to use this and some people don't. It doesn't matter, but you need to know what it's used for. Okay. This is a debubblizer, okay? And what you do with a debubblizer is after you take the impression, you rinse it, you disinfect it, okay? You have it ready. When you're ready to go and pour the impression, okay, you would spray the debubblizer into the impression, and that helps to take away the bubbles. Some people use it, some people don't. It's just another kind of cha-ching, cha-ching to add to the thing that, you know, of the process of taking an impression and pouring it up. Remember, when you take the impression, it's a negative of your typodont. When you pour it, that becomes the positive. Okay? Of course, plenty of paper towels, butcher paper. This knife will be used to trim off the excess after.